Hey everybody, Michael here from GetFitOver40.com, and sort of an update video. I did promise that I would sort of give you a heads up when I had finished my month off of not training. Basically, I haven't lifted a weight until today in over a month. Basically, the last workout I did was in August the 8th, which was a Wednesday, I believe, and then the 9th, 10th, and 11th. There was no training that week because it was contest day on the weekend. And since then, I have not trained at all. So we're going to talk about that. And this is sort of like this is what my body looks like from not training for a month. Definitely lost a little bit of muscle and stuff. We'll talk about that in a bit. But I also want to talk about a little bit about the diet that I'm on right now that I started 2 days ago. It's basically the Carnivore Diet. You can YouTube it if you want. I will be putting my 2 cents in, I'm sure, at the end of it. And a little bit today, what's going on the last 2 days, just to give you a little heads up what it's all about. But that's going to happen. Essentially what I want to do is I want to train, I stopped for a month, no weight training at all, just basically walked, did a tiny bit of bike riding, really nothing very intense at all, just light cardio walking. That's all I did, watched my food a little bit so I wouldn't get too fat. Put a little bit of fat on, it's going to happen, right? Not much exercise. But what I wanted to do is sort of chronologue, whatever, yeah, something like that. I think that's what I'm trying to say. My month off, sort of what happened in that month. And then I want to do the same for training for a month. Now this training isn't going to be super crazy. I'm not like, okay, I got to see what I can do in a month. How much progress can I make? Can I lose 10 pounds of fat? Can I gain 10 pounds of muscle? That's not the goal here. The goal here is to just get back into a regular lifestyle, a manageable lifestyle, proper eating, proper training, nothing over the top, something that anybody could do, okay? So that's what's gonna happen over this next month. I really don't have a specific goal in mind other than to feel better, lose a little bit of fat, gain a little muscle back, whatever my weight is. I don't really care. I just want to feel healthy and all that. Now I'm going to be weight training 4 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I might add in some other exercises on Wednesdays and Saturdays because I'm pretty used to doing like a 6 days of something, right? Probably Wednesday might be some sort of a boot camp or something, maybe a big bike ride. I don't know. Saturday, the same type of thing. I don't know, but I would like to add something in just to get a little exercise on those days. If nothing else, at least some walking on those days. Eating, we're going to be doing this carnivore diet the whole time. That's going to happen, so I want to touch base on that. But let's just take a look at this month off physique here. You know, I still have abs. It's crazy, hey? I have been watching my diet. I have been trying not to overeat, you know. Do I still have a little side striations? I don't know if you can see anything there. Still got some muscle, right? Still happening. There's stuff there, right? I mean, it's not like it all went away. I definitely lost some size. I'm not going to lie. I feel puny. You know, I was somewhere around 205 before, after the show, when I wasn't too watery, when I wasn't I was sort of in the middle there. And now I'm probably just under 200 pounds. So, you know, what's actually happened? How has this composition changed? Gonna probably say I gained at least 5 pounds of fat. I'm gonna say I probably may have lost as much as 10 pounds of muscle. Keep in mind, you know, 10 pounds throughout your whole body, legs, chest, you know, shoulders, back. My first workout today felt pretty weak. I'm not gonna lie. Everything felt heavy. It really did. It did not feel like it used to. So, I mean, you take a month off, that's what happens. You know, if you take a week or 2 off, you probably can jump back into it and not notice too much of a change. But I did notice after 2 weeks of not training, it was like a switch went off, and it was like everything's just started to just sort of, you know, dissolve away, right? And I noticed, you know, week 3, a lot of changes happened. Weeks 1 and 2, not as much. I kind of held on to some size okay, and then started to go away. So you might ask, why did I take a month off? Well, a couple reasons. I just wanted to give my body a break. I haven't taken any significant time off in probably 5 years of training, other than maybe a week here and there. Secondly, I've had some shoulder issues, as I talked about in other videos, shoulder injuries. And so this one particularly really just wouldn't go away. So I wanted to give it some time off. During my time off, my left shoulder, I wouldn't say got injured, but what I find when I don't train, when I don't do any physical exercise, like any weight training in my upper body, I notice my shoulders actually get a little achy. And so I think that's what's happening with this left one, is it's just a little achy. Once I start training again, it'll limber up. I guess it just needs to be worked a little. And this right shoulder feels about the same achy, but I think, again, it's not so much that it's injured still, maybe a little bit, but it's just kind of achy from lack of use. So I did my first workout today. I did shoulders. Again, a little achy, but not. Once I got going, everything smoothed out, and I was doing stuff that didn't irritate my shoulders. Chest exercise, the same thing. I'm going to keep things really basic for the next little while. Nothing over the top. I trained for about an hour, burned about 600 calories. It wasn't super intense. My workouts aren't going to be crazy long, especially this week, or crazy intense. I just got to ease into it, right? Now let's get on to this crazy carnivore diet thing. What is it all about, right? It's the latest fad in eating, It's like, it's not keto, but is it? It's kind of like keto, it's kind of not. Is it low carb? Yeah, it's low carb, right? Everybody's, said, should you eat no carbs? Maybe it's not good, maybe it's bad. Well, the thing that I can say is that the research that I've done on it is that almost everybody, like I haven't heard one person say, I went on the carnivore diet and it sucked, or it just didn't work, or, I had all these issues. Nobody has said that. Most people that go on it try it out for at least a month or more, and then sometimes they'll start introducing other foods into it, slowly, just to see how it goes. But the whole concept of the carnivore diet is that you can pretty much get everything you need from meat and fats. And so you don't necessarily need vegetables. You can supplement a few things that you might be missing, like vitamin C, potassium, perhaps things like that, maybe a little calcium. That's pretty easy to supplement, right? You don't need to eat vegetables to get those things. So you can supplement that stuff. But you can't live on just, no protein. If you're just eating salads, literally like salad stuff without any protein, without any fats, you would probably die eventually, right? You need to have some proteins and some fats. You literally don't need carbs. You can live on fatty acids and amino acids, so fats and proteins, without carbs. So meats and also have the most macronutrients dense food, so even over vegetables. And when you start getting into things like liver, organs and things like that, they have even higher micro or macronutrients. So there's totally nutrient dense foods, right? So that's pretty good. So as long as you're not crazily overcooking them, you should be fine. You're not going to kill off those the nutrients. So lots of nutrition in meats. What's going to happen when you eat the meats is you're essentially eliminating all of the possible things that could agitate you or disrupt your stomach, or cause things like autoimmune symptoms, inflammation. A lot of that is caused, and bloating, intestinal gas, a lot of that's caused by vegetables, believe it or not, and carbs, right? Sugars. And those are the things that cause those problems. So you take those out of the equation, you just eat meat. How many people do you know are allergic to beef? Some people might be allergic to some shellfish and things like that, but very few people are allergic to meat. And if it is, there just might be a certain one or two that they are, so they can stay away from those. You actually want to have fatty meats. You want things like salmon, you want things like steak, you want like pork, you want the fatty parts of the chicken, like thighs and drumsticks, things like that, fattier meats, right? Because you want those fats. They're satiating. They want to fill up on the meat and the protein. You don't want super just, like low fat protein. That's not going to really make you feel satiated necessarily. You can have that some of the time, but most of the time you want something with a good combination of meat and fat. Okay? So what's going to happen here is you're going to de-bloat. Your body's getting a break from having to digest all of this fiber and just, all of this inflammation that's going on and all this work it's trying to do with the vegetation and stuff. And so it's pretty good. Now, The other thing is you'll find it's really hard to overeat when you eat meats and fats. I've only been doing this for 2 days. The first day, I pretty much ate my maintenance, and it was pretty easy to do. I wasn't hungry or anything like that. The second day, I found it a little harder to eat maintenance. It was like it was easier to fill up. Like I didn't need as much food to fill up. I didn't feel as hungry either. Today I woke up and literally I'm normally the kind of like, I got to go have something to eat when I wake up. I'm just like, let's eat. And I'm like, I'm not hungry. I didn't eat till noon. I had eggs and bacon and I ate that at noon and now it's almost 3. And I'm not even hungry at all. I'm not, normally I would be thinking about a snack right now. Gotta have a snack. Not even on my mind. Not just carbs, but just nothing's on my mind. I don't feel like I need to eat anything. I'm probably going to have something just so that I don't leave it too long. But, I'm going to have like a big steak for dinner. And I guarantee you, I probably won't be very hungry. And I could probably just go to bed after that steak and not really be thinking too much about food. But I'll probably have a little bit of a snack. I think what's going to happen is I'll end up having like 2 to 3 meals, 3 meals a day. And that'll be it. And I won't really feel the need to have snacks. That just seems to be what a lot of people find on this diet is that they don't need to have a lot of meals. And some people are fine on even 2 meals a day and they don't feel like they need to eat or snack or anything. So because of that, yes, your meals are big, they're fatty, they're high in fat, they're high in calories, but you're not snacking all day long. You're not eating as many meals. So at the end of the day, you're just not eating as many calories and you're not having all the intestinal and stomach problems. You might ask, how does this affect training? Well, most of the people that do this diet say that it doesn't affect training. They don't have a problem with no carbs. If anything, they have more energy, sustainable energy throughout the day. They have energy during the workouts. Their performance in the workout, in some cases, is even better. And they're getting more PRs and things because this type of diet does help with the hormones. It's been proven to increase testosterone and help out thyroid problems and all of those things. So there's a ton of benefits to this. It's like we were almost designed to eat meat. I'm not joking. It's like we were designed to eat meat, and all this vegetables and flour and rice and stuff isn't necessarily what we're made to eat. And maybe that's the case. I don't know. Hey, everybody's different. But how has it affected me? Like I told you, I've told you about my cravings and stuff. I really had a sweet tooth. I would wake up, I'd be thinking, man, I wish I could have a donut or a muffin. I'm always thinking about something like a snack that's kind of carby in between meals. I was like that, right? And so I wouldn't necessarily do it, but I would be thinking about it. And since I've been on this diet, I really don't think I could drive by a Tim Hortons and not think like I need to run in there and grab a muffin. I'm just like, I could eat a muffin, but you know what? I got dinner in 2 hours. I'm totally cool with that. And it's going to be a big ass juicy steak. So what's better, right? Why not have the juicy steak and feel better? So it's like a no-brainer for me. So it's been pretty good. Now, the downside is it does take your body a little bit of time to adjust. I'm definitely not as bloated. I literally have no gas. You think high protein diet and fatty diet, man, it must be just like turning your stomach inside out. I don't feel any stomach issues. I have no gas. The bloating is starting to go away a lot better. Like it's way less bloated. I'm pushing it out, but I would just feel like my stomach was hanging out there whenever I was having too much fiber and too much carbs and stuff. It was getting bad. I think I was starting to get, some intolerances to things. And so it was affecting me. So this is probably good for me. But what I have noticed is, okay, no gas, right? Really no stomach issues. Just be warned, okay? Everything's been pretty good in terms of digestion and going to the bathroom and, no real, I would call emergency situations, but you will want to stay near a washroom because if you do feel like you've got gas, it's probably not gas. I'm just going to warn you. So go find a washroom and just be safe about it, okay? Because you might be surprised that it's not gas. So it doesn't happen too often, but everything's pretty good for the most part. It's only been a couple days, so it will take my body a little bit of time to adjust, and it's actually been better than I thought it would. I feel a lot better. I haven't had any real, issues with my stomach, so it's been pretty good. So I'm going to continue on with this carnivore diet. I'm going to call it the meatitarian diet. I kind of like that. I'm a meatitarian, a new word. I don't know if anyone's ever used that, but I'm going to use it. Meatitarian carnivore diet. I'm going to do this for a month. I will mention this. I do add in, I am thinking of adding in, or I have added in a couple shakes here and there, but high protein shakes. And with the carnivore diet, you know, I know another fellow that talked to a doctor about it, and they said, yeah, as long as it's a fairly high protein, like low carb, you know, less carbs is better, right? So really low carb, high protein diet, you should be okay. You can have dairy on the carnivore diet. It's not like a total taboo thing because it is from animals, right? So just try not to go like you want whole milks, creams, cheeses, things like that, and don't go over the top. So you can add a little cream to your coffee. That's fine if you're not intolerant of milk. You can add a little cheese to your eggs, butter on your meat if you want. You can have some whey protein if that's what you want, and high protein whey. The goal here is to just keep your carbs like literally as low as possible, like definitely under 50 grams a day, you know, probably closer to 20 or 30 if you can, and just stay in that. It's not necessarily ketosis, which you probably will be anyways, but it's like being on that type of ketosis diet where you're in ketosis. I guess, what do they call it again? I've had a brain fart here. Anyways, you know, everybody knows what I'm talking about. It's, you know, it's more, but that diet's got more of a fat focus. Protein, no carbs with some vegetables, but it's more about more fats, right? So anyways, this is just more about, you know, getting more protein and fat and just eliminating the carbs. I think I've talked enough about this. Yeah, we're just going to enjoy life. We're going to train. I've really been looking forward to weight training again. Today was fun. I didn't go over the top, like I said. I just want to keep it simple and fun. I just want to have a nice balanced life. And so in a month, I'm going to make another video, and we'll see if, you know, the body composition has changed a little. I don't know what to expect. I'm imagining it's going to be better than it is now. How much better? I don't know, but we'll see. And that'll be more of a sustainable kind of frame too. That frame will be kind of like what I should be able to sustain and improve on slowly over time. All right, that's enough. Thanks for watching another GetFitOver40.com video. Don't forget to subscribe. Check me out on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. Until next time, take care.